If you actually take action on these things, there's zero reason why you shouldn't have your first client in the next 7 days. My business partner Derek and I closed our first client paying us almost $3,000 per month, less than 14 days after starting our social media marketing agency. 6 months later, we were making enough with our SMMA to walk away from our 6-figure jobs. What's crazy is that it only took us a couple of clients to get to this point. What's even more crazy is that once we had this new time to dedicate 100% to our agency, we were able to 10x the results that we were seeing by being able to focus on our agency all of our time. In order for all of this to happen though, we needed to take action and we needed to get that first client. That client just didn't appear in our inbox one day signing up to do business with us. We needed to go and get them. The thing is, we did this with zero agency experience. No YouTube channels like this existed 8 years ago when we were first starting our social media marketing agency journey. And I'm gonna teach you everything that I wish I knew when we were first getting started so that you can replicate those results and get your first client in even less time. Make sure that you stick around to the end of the video as well, because I'm gonna give you some free assets that you can use to take action right away, implement in your business, and start implementing the things that you're learning from this video. So actionable step number 1 is sometimes the goal is right in front of you. People tend to overcomplicate business and try to make getting a client very difficult. You don't need to go and sign up a Fortune 500 company as your first client, nor should you. Start small and start with what's in front of you. When I was first getting started in my entrepreneurial journey, I thought that I was a lone wolf. I thought that Derek and I were just out there on our own and nobody wanted to see us be successful. But what we've actually seen time and time again in our inner circle for the SMMA blueprint of members that have gone through our course is that when they actually go to their natural network or their friends, their family, their coworkers, people that they know, they're super willing to help. And they're usually 1 degree away from somebody that desperately needs help with social media marketing. Everyone needs leads, and pretty much everybody knows someone that has a business that needs leads. Offer your service to these people at a discounted rate or do a 7-day free trial with them to get some experience, get a case study, and leverage that experience to go get your first paying client. Actionable step number 2 is focus on local businesses. In the era of online business, it can be super tempting to want to work with like the most leading edge and coolest clients that you'll find online. And you can absolutely grow into that. You can grow into working with super cool e-commerce brands, but those are the most complicated clients to work with out of the gate. What was super interesting is that when Derek and I were first getting our agency started, we closed a bunch of e-commerce clients and we closed a bunch of local business clients. And when we actually did the math, even though the e-commerce clients were paying us higher retainers every month, they were actually taking up like 5 or 6 times as much of our time, which meant that our hourly rate with those e-commerce clients was actually significantly lower, like 4 to 5 times lower than our local service business clients. And they were actually way less stressful to work with. So keep this in mind. This is why we're big advocates for starting working with local service businesses first, not just because of the level of difficulty of closing them, but also for the level of difficulty for fulfilling services for them. There are probably a couple hundred businesses in your city alone that are actively looking for social media today. Where I live here in Phoenix, I can't tell you how many different service businesses there are. There's electricians, there's plumbers, there's thousands of local service businesses that are all vying for the same business and they need help getting those leads. The ones that are adopting digital technologies like social media, Google Ads, lead capture funnels are the ones that are taking off with the lead and eating up all of that business. There's so many businesses out there that want to catch up to those leaders, and if you present a strategy that can help them do that, they're gonna want to sign up with your agency. Walk into some of these locations, give them a call, DM them on Facebook or Instagram, and let them know that you know how you can help them grow. And especially if you mention a couple of the service businesses like theirs in your city that you're targeting that are doing really well and say that you can help replicate that strategy, these local service businesses are oftentimes watching those leaders, wishing they knew what they were doing to start eating up market share. And when you come knocking and say that you can help replicate that for them, they're gonna be very, very interested. Final point here is don't offer SMMA as a service in your pitch. Don't say, hey, I can help you do Google ads, I can help you do Facebook ads. It's really boring and they're getting hit with messages like that all day, every day. Instead, present a result. Hey, I saw that XYZ company is leading the charge in your neighborhood and they're doing a really good job of leveraging social media, probably getting all the clients that you want. Let's have a conversation about how we can replicate that and help you be more competitive in your local market. Way more interesting story there than, hey, I can help you run a couple Facebook ads. Actionable step number 3 is leverage some personalized looms. Something that I really wish that we did more of when we were first getting started in our agency journey is using video technology to make our pitch a little bit harder. What we were doing was we were manually sending a bunch of emails to get in touch with business owners. And I think that if we had used things like Loom with a personalized video talking about how we could actually help them, we could actually show them more of it. And this would have definitely differentiated us from a lot of the other people that were reaching out to them at that time as well. When we were super new, we had a bunch of of time, and we also had no experience, which is a perfect combination for personalizing a message with a Loom video. This might not be something that you do long term, like it just wouldn't make sense for us now. We're running a 7-figure agency, we got a whole bunch of team members, but when you're first getting started, this can be an amazing way to differentiate your message, get in front of people, and tell a little bit of that story about how you can help them to get them over that hump to agree to a call. Key thing here as well is that you're gonna wanna do some research on these businesses to see how you can actually help them. Maybe pull up their website, pull up a competitor's website, show a little bit of how that competitor's website works and how you can help them replicate it and how it's gonna drive revenue and growth for their business like it is their competitor. They're gonna be very, very keen on hearing how you can replicate those results in their business as well. And if you haven't already, if you want a little bit more hand-holding and a little bit more direction on how to get your agency on the rails and start seeing some awesome results, make sure you check out the SMMA Blueprint. It's our top-rated course on how to start, grow, and scale your own social media marketing agency. So as I mentioned at the start of the video, there's a ton of free stuff in the description down below that's gonna help you take action on this right away. You've got a free SMMA website template that you can one-click install or replicate on any sort of web platform that you want to use. And I'll link you to videos on how to use all of those free assets as well. A great video to watch after this one would be this one right here, where Derek explains an entire SMMA outreach system that you can implement right away.